Breaking news, Yamaha just did the unthinkable, they brought back the RX100 in 2025. And no, this isn't a prank, hallucination, or wishful dream after too much biryani, this is real, and it's about to shake your soul, and your neighbor's windows. What's up, bike lovers, two-stroke fans, and nostalgia junkies? Welcome back to Biker's Choice, the only channel where we ride legends, roast spec sheets, and occasionally cry over discontinued models. But not today. Oh no. Today, we're celebrating the resurrection of a god-tier motorcycle. Yamaha just dropped the 2025 RX100, and the internet hasn't been this excited since someone leaked GTA 6. So if you grew up listening to the RX100 scream like it was your morning alarm, buckle up. And if you've never ridden one before, don't worry, we're about to change your life. Let's dive into the madness, the nostalgia, and the all-new RX100. But warning, this might make you call your ex just to say, hey, the RX is back. The legend returns, Yamaha heard our screams. Okay chat, quick poll, how many of you have said, if Yamaha ever brings back the RX100, I'm buying it day one? Yeah. Same. Well guess what? They actually listened. After years of memes, petitions, and emotional YouTube comments, Yamaha has pulled off a miracle. The RX100 is officially back in 2025. But not as a museum piece. Nope. It's fully road legal, emissions compliant, and somehow, still sexy. Yamaha looked at the future and said, you know what it needs? A little two-stroke thunder and a whole lotta attitude. Design, retro looks that slap harder than your chat pal. First things first, this thing looks like an RX100. They didn't mess it up, thank the motorcycling gods. It's got that beautiful peanut tank, chrome fenders, round headlamp, and slim frame that made it the poster boy of the 80s and 90s. But here's the twist, the 2025 RX100 also brings in subtle modern touches. LED lighting disguised as halogen. A digital analog meter that winks at the past. And build quality that says, yes, I can handle your emotional baggage. And the colors, oh my lord. Candy red, ocean blue, and yes, that iconic black with golden stripes. I saw it and cried a little. Not ashamed. So tell me chat, if you saw this parked outside your college gate in 2003, would you not fall in love instantly? Engine, still screaming, now cleaner. Let's address the elephant in the room, bro, is it still a two-stroke? Well, not exactly. The 2025 RX100 comes with a 4-stroke, single-cylinder 125 cubic centimeters engine, because emissions rules today are stricter than your strictest tuition teacher. But don't worry, it still feels like an RX100. Yamaha has tuned the exhaust note to give you that ring-ding-ding music that'll make uncles turn their heads and say, beta, that sounds familiar, and the performance? It's zippy, punchy, and totally street-ready. 0 to 60 in hold my samosa seconds. Sure, it doesn't smoke like the old two-strokes, RIP to that beautiful cloud. But it's way smoother, more reliable, and won't give your lungs trauma. And yes, it wheelies like a champ. Just saying. Handling and comfort, your spine will thank you. Back in the day, riding the RX100 felt like balancing on a toothpick. Fun, but, oof. Now, Yamaha has upgraded the suspension with telescopic forks, better rear shocks, and ergonomics that won't make you question your life after a 10 km ride. It's nimble, flickable, and ready to dance through traffic like Govinda in a 90s movie. And because it's light, it's perfect for new riders, college students, and, let's be honest, everyone with a soul. Also, chat, remember when your friend let you ride their RX100 for the first time, and you thought, damn, I'm basically fast and furious now. Relive that moment. Just, legally this time. Tech stuff, not a gadget geek, but still clever. The 2025 RX100 isn't here to compete with bikes that talk to satellites or order pizza. But Yamaha did give it a few clever upgrades. You get USB charging port, for your GPS or TikTok obsession. LED DRLs, so your crush sees you in traffic. A semi-digital speedo with a nostalgia meter. And dual-channel ABS, because let's face it, some of y'all brake like it's a video game. It's the perfect balance, simple, stylish, and smart. No bloat, no BS. Just ride and vibe. So who's it for? Everyone with a pulse, basically. Let me break it down. If you're a college kid, this bike gives you cool points instantly. If you're a 90s kid, prepare to cry happy tears. If you're a dad, buy one and say, it's for commuting while secretly drag racing autos. If you're a grandpa, welcome back, sir. Your throne awaits. It's the RX100. It doesn't care about your age, your salary, or your credit score. If you love riding, this bike is for you. Chat time, be honest, how many of you just opened OLX to check if your old RX is still around? Price and launch info, prepare your wallets. Now here's the juicy bit. Yamaha says the RX100 2025 will launch at around 1.25 Indian rupees to 1.4 Indian rupees lakh INR, or roughly $1,600 internationally, depending on your country. Is it the cheapest bike? No. Is it the coolest bike under 150 cubic centimeters? Absolutely yes. Booking opens mid-year. Deliveries expected by winter 2025. And based on the hype, you might want to bribe your dealer with a box of sweets just to get on that early list. Final thoughts, the comeback of the century. Yamaha could have given us just another budget commuter. Instead, they gave us a legend in a modern suit. The RX100 2025 is everything we dreamed of and just the right amount of, shut up and ride. It honors the past, handles the present, and might just rule the future. So the real question is, are you ready to bring the legend back to the streets? Drop your thoughts in the comments, RX gang. Tell me, was this your first bike, your dream bike, or the one you stole from your cousin for joyrides? Until next time, throttle junkies. Smash that like button like you used to kickstart your RX in one try, subscribe for more 2-stroke vibes and 4-stroke facts, and share this video with that one friend who still talks about the good old days of biking. This is Biker's Choice, where the past roars louder than the present. Catch you in the next ride, legends. Till then, ride safe, rev hard, and if you smell 2-stroke in the air, smile. It might just be an RX. Alright folks, brace yourselves. Triumph just dropped a motorcycle so cool, your ex might text you back just to ride pillion. Meet the 2025 TR6R Bobber. Let's unpack this beast like it's a pizza box on cheat day, greasy, glorious, and full of surprises. What's up, two-wheel tribe? Welcome back to Biker's Choice, the channel where motorcycles aren't just machines, they're personalities. And today, oh boy, we've got one with more attitude than a cat in a bathtub. Triumph just dropped the 2025 TR6R Bobber, and it's causing more buzz than a Harley at a yoga retreat. So grab a cold one, loosen up your riding gloves, and let's talk about this metal masterpiece like two biker buddies at a roadside dhaba, minus the flies. Meet the TR6R Bobber, the bad boy you can't take home to mom. Let's start with the basics, or not so basic, because nothing about this bike screams average. The TR6R Bobber is Triumph's new love letter to rebellion. It looks like it was built by a mechanic with a sense of humor and a deep love for leather jackets. Seriously, this bike is so mean looking, it might just steal your girlfriend and make her cook you breakfast. And listen, if you're the kind of rider who likes subtlety, well, keep scrolling. This ain't your grandma's commuter. Design, vintage vibes with modern mischief. Okay, so Triumph looked at the 60s and said, let's bring it back, but make it sexy. You've got that classic bobber silhouette, solo seat, minimal fenders, low stance. But then they spiced it up with just the right amount of modern tech. It's like giving James Dean a smartphone, dangerous, but somehow it works. The fuel tank? Shaped like it's been on a protein shake diet. The exhaust? Sounds like a lion gargling thunder. And the color schemes? Let's just say, if looks could kill, this bike would be wanted in 5 countries. Chat, be honest, how many of you are Googling how to sell a kidney for a motorcycle right now? Engine, the heart of the beast, and it's got some sass. Now, let's talk power. The 2025 TR6R Bobber comes with a parallel twin engine that doesn't just purr, it growls. This baby throws out enough torque to peel your face off at a green light. I mean, it's the kind of bike that makes you shout, yeehaw, even if you're from Brooklyn. Triumph hasn't released the full specs yet, probably because they're worried bikers might faint from excitement. But trust me, this engine is built for both cruising down boulevards and blasting past sports bikes just to hurt their feelings. And yes, I know someone in the comments is gonna say, but what about fuel economy? Buddy, if you're buying a TR6R Bobber for mileage, that's like buying a katana to cut birthday cake. Handling, smoother than your pickup lines, hopefully. Triumph has made sure this thing rides like a dream, the kind of dream where you're in a leather jacket, wind in your hair, and you don't owe the bank any EMIs. The low seat height makes it easy for all riders to feel like a king, and the suspension is tuned to handle both potholes and bad decisions. You can lean into corners like you're starring in your own action movie, only this time, Tom Cruise isn't stealing your thunder. So if you've got that biker swagger but your actual cornering skills are a work in progress, the TR6RS got your back. Tech and features, gadgets galore, but not too much. Now, let's nerd out for a second. The TR6R Bobber keeps it real with that old school look, but it sneakily packs in modern tech like a smuggler at airport security. You've got ride modes, traction control, ABS, and even a digital display that tries really hard to look analog. It's like Triumph wants us to enjoy the ride, but not crash into a fence because we were too busy admiring the chrome. Honestly, it strikes that sweet spot between I'm a classic purist and I also like to know when I'm about to run out of fuel. Who is it for? Besides literally everyone with a pulse. Look, if you're a newbie, this bike is forgiving. If you're a veteran, it'll make you feel young again. If you're a poser, well, at least you'll look good doing it. And for the midlife crisis crowd, congratulations, you've just found a motorcycle that says, I might have a bad back, but my style is still fire. So chat, tell me, if you rode up to your ex's house on this, would they text you back? No pressure, but I'm collecting stories for science. The price tag, or as I call it, insert gasp here. Alright, let's talk wallet damage. As of now, Triumph hasn't officially released the global pricing, but early whispers say it'll land somewhere in the "oof, I might need a payment plan" territory. But listen, this isn't just a motorcycle. It's a lifestyle. A personality. A declaration of war against boring bikes. So yeah, you might pay a premium, but you'll be riding a legend. Plus, think of all the cafe parking lot admiration. That's gotta be worth at least a couple grand in ego points. Final thoughts, should you get one? Is water wet? Is bacon delicious? Is the TR6R Bobber worth every penny? Yes. This is one of those bikes that'll make you fall in love with riding all over again. It's got the looks, the power, the attitude, and just enough vroom vroom to wake the neighbors. So if you've got the cash and the courage, go test ride this beast. But fair warning, you might never look at your old bike the same way again. Alright legends, now it's your turn. Would you ride the TR6R Bobber into the sunset, or would you rather stick with your current love? Drop your favorite feature in the comments. And if Triumph offered you this bike for free, but you had to give up pizza for a year, would you do it? Let's debate. I'll be in the comments with popcorn. Don't forget. Smash that like button harder than a burnout on hot asphalt, subscribe for more two-wheeled madness, and share this video with that one friend who always says, bro, I'm gonna buy a bike this year for sure. Until next time, ride hard, stay safe, and always wear protection, for your head. Helmet, folks. I meant helmet. This is Biker's Choice, signing off with love, oil, and a little bit of exhaust smoke.